If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world?
Grey's Anatomy Season 22. Why Meredith and Nick must finally break up. Grey's Anatomy fans have spoken, and the verdict is clear. Meredith Grey and Nick Marsh are the show's worst couple, and Season 22 needs to end their relationship once and for all. Meredith's great love story ended in tragedy when Derek Shepherd died in Season 11, and ever since, the series has been searching for a partner worthy of her. But despite the writer's attempts, Nick Marsh simply doesn't fit the bill. Introduced in Season 14 and brought back as Meredith's main love interest in Season 18, Nick has been positioned as her new soulmate, but fans have consistently rejected the pairing online. The biggest issue? Meredith takes Nick for granted. From making life-changing decisions like moving to Boston without telling him, to lashing out when he cared for her son Bailey during a health scare, Meredith consistently shows that she doesn't prioritize Nick. Even moments when he pours his heart out, like saying "I love you," are brushed aside. Nick always forgives her, but the imbalance makes their relationship unhealthy and frustrating to watch. On top of that, Meredith's belief that she is the sun, a sentiment rooted in Christina Yang's famous advice, has created a dynamic where Nick is left orbiting her rather than standing beside her as an equal. Unlike Derek, Nick isn't given room to be her partner, just her shadow. With Meredith's career, children, and Alzheimer's research always coming first, it's clear she isn't invested in Nick. Fans argue Nick deserves better, and Meredith deserves a storyline that doesn't drag her down in a mismatched romance. Season 22 should be the moment Grey's Anatomy ends this ill-fated pairing and allows both characters to move forward. Hey lovely viewers, welcome to our channel Grey's Anatomy Official. Grey's Anatomy's worst couple must break up in Season 22 ever since Derek Shepherd, the love of Dr. Meredith Grey's life, was killed off of Grey's Anatomy in Season 11 in 2015. The medical drama has been searching for her next great love interest, and because she and Dr. Nick Marsh are the show's worst couple, they must break up in Season 22. Fans across the internet have taken to social media to express their distaste for the pairing, so their relationship should end. Meredith, Ellen Pompeo, and Nick Scott Speedman first met during Season 14 when he was a patient at Grey Sloan Hospital. He returned in Season 18, and he and Meredith eventually began dating and later became a couple. After Derek's death, Meredith has been involved with several men including William Thorpe, Scott Elrod, Nathan Riggs, Martin Henderson, Andrew DeLuca, Giacomo Gianniotti, and Cormac Hayes, Richard Flood, and those relationships didn't work out, but Nick has been her worst pairing by far. Meredith takes Nick for granted throughout their relationship. Meredith has repeatedly taken Nick for granted. When she decided to move to Boston, she didn't discuss it with him at all, which made him feel as though he wasn't really a part of her life. Later, when Meredith's son, Bailey, suffered from early appendicitis while she was away, Nick rushed him to the hospital. Instead of thanking him for caring for her son, Meredith was livid with Nick for making a medical decision regarding him without her consent. She told him that she was all her children had, but Nick pointed out to her that she actually had a village, including him. Meredith explained that she'd been doing things on her own for a long time, and it might take her a minute to adjust. Nick responded that he had a minute. Even though Nick gives his all to their relationship, Meredith has consistently proven that she doesn't appreciate him. She even once pretended not to hear him during a phone call when he told her that he loved her. Nick always forgives her and takes her back, but this is an unhealthy pattern. Nick deserves better, which is why he should move on from Meredith. Meredith believes she's the sun. During Grey's Anatomy Season 10, before Meredith's best friend, Dr. Christina Yang, Sandra Oh, left the hospital, she gave her some advice about Derek. She told her, "You are a gifted surgeon with an extraordinary mind. Don't let what he wants eclipse what you need. He's very dreamy, but he is not the sun. You are." While this quote was very powerful at the time because of the dynamics of Meredith and Derek's relationship, it has since made Meredith believe that she's the center of the universe, and everyone else revolves around her. Meredith had previously pleaded with Derek to pick me, choose me, love me. But, in a stunning reversal, she told Nick that she wouldn't beg him to love her. While it's been wonderful to see Meredith grow over the years, She needs to find a balance between being a strong, independent woman and a considerate partner. She and Nick should be equals in their relationship, but instead she acts like she's doing him a favor by being with him, and it's hard to watch. Meredith has to stop applying Christina's advice to her relationship with Nick, even if it's subconscious, because he's not Derek. Meredith and Nick's relationship has run its course, and she doesn't prioritize it in any way. Her children and her career will always come first, especially her Alzheimer's research. The internet is right. Meredith and Nick are Grey's Anatomy's worst couple, and they should break up in season 22. 911. Nashville's star-studded cast welcomes Virgin River star into the mix. See who the forthcoming 911 spin-off already features: Chris O'Donnell, Jessica Capshaw, Leanne Rimes, Kimberly Williams Paisley, and Michael Provost, among others, who hail from shows such as NCIS, Grey's Anatomy, and Darrow and Darrow. You may also like. New 911 star from Grey's Anatomy shares update on filming Nashville's spin-off. And now, as the show gears up for its October 9th premiere, it is bringing on someone you'll recognize from a beloved Netflix hit. First look at Grey's Anatomy Season 22 premiere reveals who survived the explosion. Fans get an early look at things to come in Grey's Anatomy Season 22. It even comes with quiet confirmations regarding who survived the Season 21 finale. The new images from Grey's Anatomy Season 22 come courtesy of an exclusive from Entertainment Weekly. In the images, fans can see Anthony Hill's Winston Dugu holding back Katerina Scorsone's Amelia Shepard, which does not bode particularly well for Chris Carmack's Atticus Lincoln. Fans also see Ellen Pompeo's Meredith Grey, Alexis Floyd's Simone Griffith, and newcomer Trevor Jackson's unnamed hot guy in turn. Readers can see the exclusive images for themselves in the gallery below. The season finale of Grey's Anatomy Season 21, How Do I Live?, saw the series' hospital come under siege from a desperate Jenna Gatlin, portrayed by Piper Perabo, whose daughter was suffering from a near-inoperable cavernous angioma on her brainstem. Armed with a lighter and a tank of acetylene, Jenna took numerous members of the hospital staff hostage and forced them to operate. Although Jenna was ultimately taken into custody, a misunderstanding regarding the tank that she stole and its contents led to a delayed explosion in an active operating room. What to expect from Grey's Anatomy Season 22? Showrunner Meg Marinis confirmed that fans clearly saw Link in immediate danger, and that audiences will just have to see whether Link makes it through this explosion. Marinis also promised that one fan-favorite character will be playing a much larger role in Season 22 after escaping the situation unscathed, specifically Trevor Jackson's intern, aka Hot Guy. He's so talented. It's been so fun with him on set already, and he is definitely mixing up the dynamics between our resident cast members, specifically Simone and Lucas, Marinis said of Jackson and his character. While almost every other character on Grey's Anatomy is always in at least some amount of danger, Ellen Pompeo's Meredith Grey has nothing of the sort to worry about. When asked back in April about whether she might make her own exit from Grey's Anatomy in the near future, Pompeo responded, "Leaving the show would make no sense, emotionally or financially. The show was streamed more than 1 billion times in 2024. More than 1 billion times. If I were to walk away completely, everybody gets to make money from my hard work for 20 years and I wouldn't make any money. To me, it doesn't make any sense that everybody else gets to profit off of my hard work. And emotionally, the show means a lot to people. I want to have an attitude of gratitude toward the show. I have a wild theory about who dies in the Grey's Anatomy Season 22 premiere, but another Shonda Rhimes show may have already proved me wrong. We've still got a month to go before Grey's Anatomy returns to the 2025 TV schedule and throws us into the chaotic aftermath of the explosion at Grace Sloan Memorial, and I've already spent a lot of time thinking about what's to come. Who will die? Will it be multiple doctors? Who do we know is safe? I'm working on a new theory, but it's admittedly a pretty wild one, especially because it may have already been disproven on a different Shonda Rhimes series. To backtrack a little bit here, in the Grey's Anatomy Season 21 finale, available to stream on Hulu or with a Netflix subscription, a canister of gas that was thought to be empty after Piper Perabo's hostage situation ignited, blowing out a portion of the building and operating floor. Meredith Grey, Ellen Pompeo, and Ben Warren, Jason George, were outside of the hospital when the blast occurred, so I've been assuming they are safe. But what if that's just what they want us to think? Hear me out. I think Grey's Anatomy might kill off Ben Warren. We do know that Ben doesn't die in the explosion, but what about in the aftermath? He is clearly seen sprinting back into the hospital immediately after, with those firefighter instincts kicking in, and his wife Miranda Bailey, Chunder Wilson, last seen on the operating floor. Ben has proven to be impulsive to a fault time and time again. It's gotten him in trouble. It's gotten him hurt. Do any of us think he wouldn't risk life and limb to save his wife, or any of his other colleagues or patients? We know he would. He even says as much in his final conversation with Miranda just minutes before the blast. I stand by my choices to save lives. Every time. And why exactly is Ben having to stand by his choices in How Do I Live? Oh yes, because as of the season 21 finale, he is no longer employed by Gray Sloan Memorial. That means Jason George's role on the show was already in question. Is Grey's Anatomy showrunner Meg Marinis going to send him to another hospital to continue his training after bringing him on board from Station 19? Or will he give it all up and be a stay-at-home dad to his adopted daughter Prue? Personally, I think it makes more sense that this rule-breaking maverick would go out like a hero trying to save his wife. Ben and Miranda's last words to each other have me a bit concerned too, as she got paged while they were discussing his next moves. Grey's Anatomy fans react to new season 22 photo clues. We still don't know who did or did not survive the explosion that rocked Gray Sloan Memorial in the final moments of Grey's Anatomy's season 21 finale, but thanks to a new set of stills, there are some added clues about what might be ahead when the show returns next month. Entertainment Weekly hosts 3 first-look images from the premiere, including a shot of Amelia Shepherd, Katerina Scorsone, looking distraught as Winston Digu, Anthony Hill holds her back, Simone Griffith, Alexis Floyd, and Trevor Jackson's new character in a dreaded elevator moment, and Meredith Grey, Ellen Pompeo, at a patient's bedside. In the EW interview, showrunner Meg Marinis teased, "We clearly saw Link in immediate danger. We'll just have to see whether Link makes it through this explosion." She also confirmed that the premiere will pick up immediately after the explosion and return right to the chaos. After the publication of the images, Grey's Anatomy fans tried to deduce what they could from the pics and made some interesting pitches and observations beyond the obvious fear that Atticus Link Lincoln, Chris Carmack, will be killed off in the blast. One fan, for example, thinks season 22's premiere might do the unthinkable and take out another series original, Richard Webber, James Pickens Jr. Richard is one I am having big doubts on at the moment. The whole conversation he had with Meredith about retiring sounded like the final conversation they had together. Also, it's the 20th anniversary coming up. Maybe it's my own self-delusion. They have to go big in something impactful, and Richard is at risk of being killed off to leave an emotional impact. Also, the vibe from production is weird. Everyone is too quiet. There have been no leaks other than a few indications on social media, and that also makes me feel it might be something really big in terms of consequences, rather than someone that has spent little time in the show with the cast. Killing off Richard would be huge, and it's certainly a way to start off the season. They wrote on a Reddit fan thread other fans predicted that Monica Beltran, Natalie Morales, might be a casualty that could earn this kind of response from Amelia, since the two have had a close connection at times in recent seasons. It's going to be Monica, and Amelia will feel guilty, one fan wrote on X, formerly Twitter. Still another on Facebook guessed that the photo of Amelia in anguish indicated that Lucas Adams, Nico Taro, her nephew, might have been hurt by the explosion. His whereabouts at the time of the ignition weren't clear. The prevailing sentiment on all of these social media sounding boards seems to still be, though, that its Link will be affected. He was shown in Anor at the time, and Amelia did love him once upon a time and shares a child with him, so this photo reaction would align with that. Fans also seem to agree that killing off Link would be a true tragedy, particularly for Joe Wilson, Camilla Luddington, with whom he is expecting twins. If it is Link, then they're just cruel to Joe. She and Link just got married. They're expecting twin girls. Also, Link is not just her husband, but also her best friend, said one Redditor. It can't be Link. Joe deserves her happy ending. Please consider taking Owen or Teddy. Matter of fact, take both of them. Another fan wrote on Facebook. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up.